The US is planning to bomb drug traffickers inside Venezuela in a matter of weeks, according to new reports emerging from America. Military officials are drawing up plans for drone strikes against cartel leadership, members and drug labs, although it is yet to be signed off by the president. The US military has carried out 3 separate strikes on vessels from Venezuela this month alone that the president claims were carrying drugs. Multiple warships, a submarine, more than 4,000 sailors and marines are now positioned near the South American nation. Venezuela is preparing for the worst, already calling this an undeclared war. For weeks, civilians have been training to use firearms at more than 300 barracks across the country. And in the UN last week, they accused the US of having an ulterior motive, seeking regime change in Venezuela to, as the foreign minister put it, steal the country's oil and gas wealth. There are some within the US now speculating Venezuela's president could himself be the target of a US attack, with the Trump administration claiming he's running drug cartels and planning to increase a reward for his arrest to $100 million. But all this is seeing Venezuela only draw closer to Russia. A recent vote to approve a new economic treaty has just occurred between the two.
Shall see peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them that struggle upon one. With child and we shall escape. Because right now it's the real problems. The government shut down today. So the federal workers, you know what I mean? As a lot of this video I listen to and watch, they were saying some federal workers will be sent some would stay on, but they won't be paid until the government reopen, whatever the case may be, because the government apparently don't want. However, they may to move with another nation, right? But all these things were set up on, you know, until 24. It says, and verse 7, it says, that's not the other 1 second, I'll find it, let's see this. And they asked them, saying, Master, when shall these things be? And what sign will there be which shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and the time draweth near. ye shall hear of wars and rumor and slack and commotions. Be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Yeah, there's a commotion right now. Could turn out to be a full-scale war, right? But the end is not by and by. This is just the beginning. Right? Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these things, they shall lay their hands on you. You see, before all these things, they shall all lay their hands on you. And now, this is where the censorship of the internet comes in. You understand? Brothers in the UK could be legal, I believe. Not even. Not so far ago, more recently, that could be 2-3 months ago, the UK passed a bill about preaching to people and so on and so forth without the consent. You could be arrested or fined or something like that if I'm not mistaken. Right? So the brothers in the UK don't start to go through this already. Right? They shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Right? Yeah. The end is not by and by. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Right? This is just the beginning, right? I'm going to turn it to the side down. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Wait, tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry, and this is what we see now. Right? The vision coming to pass. You know? The vision is actually coming to pass. So that is how we know we at the end. Right? That is how we know we in the last days. Because these things coming to pass. Right? 2nd Ezra 16:8, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for men. As scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Because a lot of people are watching this war carnally, they're just thinking it's a skirmish or whatever the case may be. It's one of them go in, one of them come out on top. They're not watching it full circle, right? If America does bomb this will lead us to the turbo. Right, they're not watching what is happening more. A lot of diseases are produced by wars because now there's no biochemical warfare using as well. Alright? Not just diseases, you know what I mean? Which is a plague and a pestilence, but famines, cutting off trade routes because of the war. A lot of cargo ships don't want to pass there. So they go lock off this side of the world. We are not a self-sustaining nation. Right? So what do you think will happen to us? We will automatically enter into a famine. Right? Automatically. A lot of people don't see it as that. A lot of people don't see it as a war happening outside the country or whatever the case may be. They don't know how drastic this thing could end up. Alright? And the Lord said, well, all these things must happen. Must happen. So it's going to happen. But maybe this will fucking happen. You understand? And people yet still they that's not. I'm getting precept for it and done, right? I'm getting precept. Alright, Romans 11 and 8 it says, according as it is written, power given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And that is exactly what the people have. Because they're not seeing what's going on. They're living in the clay, they're living in the technological advancement age, medical advancement age. They don't really fucking know how bad this thing is. They don't really care. Once the salary come in at the end of the week, they ain't fortnight or the end of the month, they can pay the bills, they can go out, have a drink, have a lime, have a party. They don't really care about what goes on. But soon sorrow will be the portion. Right? That was just the update on the US Venezuela situation. Hope it was edifying. To the lecture, spirit and power, Hashem Yoshai, Hashem Kakodash. Until next time, shalom.